The 160th meeting of the rivalry here in South Bethlehem. It is a very, very windy Saturday afternoon as the Lehigh Mountain Hawks currently prepare to take on the Lafayette Leopards in, like I said, the 160th meeting of the rivalry. But this isn't just any rivalry this year for the Lehigh Mountain Hawks. This one's important. Lehigh is currently 4-1, sitting at the top of the Patriot League table. If Lehigh is able to secure this win, they guarantee the Patriot League championship for the first time since 2017. So a lot on the line here in this rivalry matchup that everyone is looking forward to. My name is Jake Welch. I'm here with the Lehigh Student Broadcasting Club here in Goodman Stadium here. We're just around 7 minutes to kick off here. We're about to get our team introductions onto the field. So I'm gonna let the announcer announce these all for you guys. I'll be right back.
Every single game has its own moment. You get the moment with chicken.
So they're still taking a minute to get to these announcements, but a couple quick notes about these Lehigh Mountain Hawk team. This is a team that a lot of people were doubting going into this year. They were only ranked second in Patriot League standings out of all 7 teams. And meanwhile, the only team second to last, sorry, and the only team we lost to in the Patriot League so far this year, uh, granted we haven't, played this Leloff game yet, is the team that was ranked below us as Bucknell, as the Lehigh Mountain Hawks now take the field to a very, very excited Lehigh Mountain Hawk fan base. The campus has been buzzing the last couple days because people actually seem to care about Lehigh football for the first time in a while. Because in the last five matchups between this Lafayette team, we've only been able to win one of them. Laf currently on a 2-game win streak, so we're really looking forward to Lehigh. Hopefully, being able to take this game with their potent rushing offense that's just continued all year. I remember I did a broadcast earlier in the year, and that was the first thing I was talking about during that Princeton game is Lehigh's rushing offense. And they somehow been able to improve on those numbers, averaging 240 yards per game as an offense is ridiculous just for rushing. That doesn't even count the fact that uh, for first-year quarterback, Hayden Johnson for Lehigh has been fantastic this year. And one of the main reasons that this team has been able to shock people is their first-year quarterback is just that good. So the very, very bright future here coming for this Mountain Hawk team who is already 7-3. Their only losses in a double overtime against Bucknell, which probably should have won that game. It was just some unfortunate mistakes. And if you win that game, you're currently sitting at 5-0 in the Patriot League, and you already secured the title. Doesn't even matter if the Sleeloff game. Obviously, Sleeloff game matters regardless. It doesn't matter what you're playing for. You got to beat Lafayette. That's the whole point you're here. But the other losses come against Army West Point in the first game of the season, which is like expected because Army was ranked for a while this year. So Army is not a team that the Lehigh Mountain Hawks are really expected to beat. And the other loss for the Mountain Hawks is against Yale, and that was just a tough game overall. But Lehigh has been able to take care of most of their Patriot League opponents pretty handily too. Colgate 2 weeks ago, we beat them 45-17. Very, very dominant win. And that was another game here in Goodman Stadium where Lehigh has been fantastic. In the first half of games in Goodman Stadium, Lehigh is outscoring opponents 125-29, which is just ridiculous in first half numbers because you put a team down like that, it's really difficult for them to start coming back. Meanwhile, looking at this Lafayette team, they've struggled a lot throughout the year. They were almost unanimously ranked first in the Patriot League at the beginning of this year, but they haven't lived up to that hype at all. They're currently sitting at 6-5 overall and only 2-3 in the Patriot League. So they're not really playing for anything today other than beating Lehigh, because what else would you be playing for if you're a Lafayette Leopard? And they've had some really tough losses. They lost to Bucknell, they lost to Holy Cross, they lost to Georgetown 17-0, and that's a team that Lehigh was able to trounce 43-6. And now we got the coin toss coming out here with this very, very windy weather. It is chilly. Struggling to stay warm here outside, but it doesn't seem to stop the crowd as we got a constant stream of people coming into the stadium. I imagine this will be packed today throughout most of the game, unless this ends up being a blowout in one way or the other. But I imagine a blowout for Lehigh would still end up with a packed stadium here, at least on the far side of the field. So Lehigh has won the coin toss, and they will receive. They will be starting this game from left to right as the Mountain Hawks sideline starts to get excited. Only a minute and a half now until kickoff in what is the most anticipated game of the season. Game that, quite frankly, everyone here is looking forward to. Even if you're a player for Lafayette, I mean, you know your season's over. You know you're not making the playoffs, which is crazy to talk about Lehigh and making the playoffs, but they might do it. But they're still here looking to beat Lehigh because that's what you do. This rivalry matters more than the season, which is crazy to say, but it's the longest standing rivalry in college football history, the most matchups of all games, all rivalries. 160th meeting here today, as I've said before, but will continue to say again because that's just completely historic. But currently here, Lehigh Mountain Hawks have more at stake than just the rivalry. The Patriot League title is on the line here today, as kickoff units now take the field to get this game underway. Kicking off here now for Lafayette will be their kickoff specialist, Jack Simonetta. Back to return is Jaden Green and Jeffrey Jamiel for the Mountain Hawks. And we are now underway. It's a deep kickoff. Received at the 1 by Lehigh. Taking it down to the 20 now. Getting a little room to run and gets it past the 25. Makes a couple people miss and gets the ball to the 30. So that's a good start here for the Mountain Hawks. Really good work by Jaden Green to bring the ball out to the 31. Great start from the Mountain Hawks. 1st and 10. Mountain Hawks have still done a lot of splitting with their quarterback play. It's not just been Hayden Johnson. We've seen Dante Perry play a lot, but Hayden Johnson will start this game here for the Mountain Hawks, as expected. He has just been great this year. Nothing more you can ask out of him. So here we are. Lehigh's first possession of this game. Johnson in the shotgun. Takes a snap. Hands it off this time. Able to gain a couple of yards, but not a whole lot there. That was Luke Yoder, running back for the Mountain Hawks. It's very rare to see two very potent rushers on one team, especially the Patriot League team. But Luke Yoder and Jaden Green have both been fantastic for the Mountain Hawks this year. And I imagine they're going to be looking at them a lot to continue that excellent play as Hayden Johnson's in the shotgun once again. Yoder to his right. Takes a snap, dropping back this time, looking in the middle. Pass is complete inside, and that will be very close to a first down. We'll have to see where it's spotted. Nice catch made by Nick Williams there from Mountain Hawks, tight end. Quick little curl on the inside. Now will be 3rd and 1. Won't give him a very friendly spot there. Ball's at the 40-yard line, moving left to right, like I said. Hayden Johnson here in the shotgun with Yoder at his left. 3 receivers to the left, and we got a tight end on the close side. Johnson takes a snap, hands it off to Yoder at the inside. Yoder finds some space to run and able to get that first down. Gain of about 4. So got it out to the 45. First down of the game in the first possession. Yoder continues his excellent season here today. Now we have 1st and 10 here at the 45-yard line. Johnson in the shotgun. Yoder to his right once again. 3 receivers on the far side. Lafayette showing a bit of pressure this time. Takes the snap, hands it off to Yoder. Actually, it's a fake, and Johnson takes it himself. That was actually specialist quarterback Matt Mahalik on the carry himself. Fakes the handoff and then takes it forward up the line. For a gain of about 6 here. So we'll be 2nd and 4 here from the 49-yard line. Lehigh's now crossed the midfield mark. From the logo in the middle of the field, Johnson takes the snap, dropping back this time, looking to his right. Doesn't find anyone. He finds some room to run, able to get a completion. Nice heads-up play by Johnson. Completion to Jeffrey Jamiel for a gain of about 15. And that will be a Mountain Hawks first down. So Lehigh now has the ball at the 34-yard line. Moving pretty handily down the field here against the Leopards defense. Johnson with Yoder to his left again. Jaden Green is yet to see the field here. They're sticking with the senior compared to the first year, Jaden Green. In Yoder. Johnson takes a snap, hands it to Yoder up the inside. Yoder gets a little bit of room to run, but not a whole lot. Gain of about 4, down to the 30-yard line here. And now, as I mentioned, Jaden Green is substituted onto the field. Still a handful of receivers on the field as well as Lafayette makes a handful of substitutions. As this stadium just keeps getting more and more full. Both sides here. I'm currently sitting here on this Lafayette side, which seems pretty packed as well, but Lehigh side is completely packed. And there's still a steady stream of people coming in. There's a big line I see outside as Johnson takes the snap, looking to his left this time. Able to find a man on the outside, but it's off his hands. Throws a little bit outside. Pass was intended for Mason Humphrey there. He was open, but it wasn't a great pass, so he struggled to bring it in on the outside. So now it will be 3rd down and 6 from the 30-yard line. You are definitely in range to consider a field goal. It is a long one, however, on this big 3rd down here for the Mountain Hawks. Hayden Johnson with Jaden Green to his left. 2 first years in the backfield. 4 receivers out wide. Johnson takes the snap. Throws a quick wheel route outside to Green. Green has some room to run. Green is able to get the first down. Gets the ball down to the 19-yard line. Great run by Jaden Green. He took that little bit of space, made a couple people miss, and got that first down. Johnson now substituted out for the specialist quarterback here, Matt Mahalik. Mahalik in the shotgun this time. Jaden Green to his right. Lafayette only look like they're rushing 3. A little bit of motion in the backfield now. Mahalik takes a snap. Hands it off to Green. Green with a little bit of room to run. Bounces it to the outside. And now gets up the line, and he will be in for the Mountain Hawks touchdown. Jaden Green found some room in the outside and was able to bring it up. And now your Lehigh Mountain Hawks score on the first drive here with 9 minutes and 47 seconds left to play. And they will lead 6-0 as they come out to kick the extra point. The crowd is popping on the other side of the field. This Mountain Hawks offense looks unstoppable so far. They've just able to slowly move down the field. Lafayette never really got a stop. Never really had a net zero play as the wind starts blowing way harder during this kickoff, during this extra point attempt. Almost lost all my papers here. But now the kick is up, and it is good. So your Lehigh Mountain Hawks now lead 7-0 here at the start of this first quarter, following the touchdown run from Jaden Green. It was a 19-yard rush. Great play by Green. I'll be back in a minute when we get to this kickoff. Welcome back here to South Bethlehem for the 160th edition of The Rivalry. Your Lehigh Mountain Hawks currently leading 7-0 here on this chilly Saturday afternoon. Now Lafayette will receive this kickoff, going right to left this time. Lehigh had a pretty efficient offensive drive there, going 70 yards in about 6 minutes. And it results in a 19-yard rushing touchdown from Jaden Green. Here to kick for Lehigh is Connor Poole. And the kick is up, and it is a deep one as well. Returnable, however, for the Leopards since they take the ball. It tried to make a man miss, but there's nothing there. Completely smothered by the Lehigh defense. Great special teams effort. So Lehigh, after making the stop, will now force the Leopards to get started here from the, looks like 16-yard line, 17-yard line. They're going to spot out the 17. So now Lafayette will take the field for the first time. They got junior quarterback Dean DeNoble leading the field. DeNoble in the shotgun. This potent Lehigh defense with Matt Spatney leading it. Currently leads the Patriot League in sacks with 10. No one else even has 7. Now, pass to the outside is complete. Quick little curl on the outside, able to gain about 4 yards. Pass was complete to Nick Caricia. Dean DeNoble back here in the shotgun. As everyone has been thus far, DeNoble now rolling out to his right. is able to complete the pass on the sideline for a first down here for the Leopards down to the 30-yard line. Pass was complete to Elijah Stewart. Quick roll to the outside and near side. That's all I needed to do to get the pass complete to the open man. As the Leopards are able to move with their passing offense at the beginning of this game, DeNoble. Some motion on the far side. Running across. Takes a snap, hands it off on the inside. It's a fake. Another curl route complete on the outside. That was completed to Persing on the from DeNoble. So now it will be second and roughly 3 here for the Leopards. Lehigh wearing their brown and white uniforms here today. Lafayette with their away white and red pants. White shirt, red pants. 2 running backs behind DeNoble. DeNoble will hand it off this time. Not a lot there, but able to gain a few yards. Made something out of nothing there. Jamar Curtis took that handoff for a gain of about 4. And it will be a first down. Lafayette now has the ball at their own 42-yard line. DeNoble. 3 receivers to the far side. A little bit of motion. Takes a snap. Handoff to the inside. And there is nothing there. Completely smothered by the Lehigh defense. Gain of nothing on this first down play. TJ Burke made the play on the defense. And Curtis had nowhere to go. DeNoble now. Looking to move a little bit quicker this time. Motions the tight end to the outside, takes the snap. Another handoff on the inside. Able to find some room this time is Curtis. Curtis makes a couple men's miss, and he's still going. He breaks a few tackles, and he's down to the 40-yard line. Gain of about 20 there for Curtis. What a run. He had that quick gap in the inside and bounced it out near me. Broke a tackle and was able to get it going. It's definitely cold today, so I don't know how sure you can be on everyone's hands. That goes for the receivers and the defenders making those tackles. DeNoble in the shotgun. Curtis to his left. Hands it off again. He's fake this time. Able to get a quick lob pass to the close side, and that will be complete for roughly 15-yard gain. Pass was complete to Dallas Holmes, the tight end. So now it will be first down for Lafayette. They are now at the Mountain Hawk 22-yard line. DeNoble takes a snap, fakes the handoff again, looks for an open man, and it is complete. Really nice catch made. Looks like the ball might have came out. No, they're saying he was down first. Must the dismay of the Mountain Hawks defense. Persing made the completion there. So now it will be Leopards first down here. First and goal now at the 9-yard line. DeNoble in the shotgun. Looking at the close side. Now he takes a snap. Handoff to the inside this time. He now bounces it to the outside, try to find some open space, and he will be in for the Leopards touchdown. Another great run by Curtis, as he really led that whole drive by himself there. Jamal Curtis. Really well played. So Lafayette responds very quickly here with 5 minutes to play in this first quarter. It is currently 6-7 pending this extra point. Jack Simonetta here for the Leopards. Take the kick. Kick is up, and it is good. So it is now 7-7 here. Tie game here. for the 160th edition of the rivalry here in South Bethlehem. We'll be back in a minute when we get to this kickoff. Thank you. Welcome back here to South Bethlehem as we look to get to this kickoff here. Lafayette quickly tied up the score here with 5 minutes to play in this first quarter. So now Lehigh will be receiving the ball, looking to respond to that Lafayette drive. Neither defense has really been able to make much of an impact on the game thus far. Both offenses were able to score a touchdown on their first possessions. So now kicking off will be Jacob Tresick this time for Lafayette. Tresick's kick. This one's much deeper than the first. We'll see if it's being returned, and it will be fair caught there by Jaden Green, so it will be a touchback in the end zone. So Lehigh will be starting from the 25 on this drive. Hayden Johnson on the field for the Mountain Hawks, with Jaden Green, the touchdown scorer, to his right. Two first years in the backfield for the first Lehigh game. Fakes the jet sweep to the outside. Johnson now looking deep. Johnson throws to an open receiver, and it looks like it will be intercepted. Really nice play by that Lafayette defense. Interception was made by Gabe DuBois. Johnson just kind of lobbed it up there. Didn't really have much of a direction with where he was throwing it. And that's what happens when you make those mistakes like that. It's going to lead to interceptions. Really good heads-up play by DuBois to play the ball and on his man. So now it will be Lafayette ball at the Mountain Hawks 47-yard line. Really tough break here for the Lehigh defense. They just got off the field following that possession, and now they have to run right back on. After only the first play by Hayden Johnson results in an interception on that drive. So now DeNoble will take the field. He's currently 5 for 5, yet to have an incompletion for 50 yards. And that has been the problem for this Mountain Hawks defense. They've really done a good job at defending the run throughout this year, but they don't know how to deal with the pass plays. So now this run on the inside will gain a couple of yards, but not a whole lot. Gain of about 2 there for Jamar Curtis. So it'll be 2nd and 8 here for the Lafayette Leopards. DeNoble in the shotgun, pretty deep this time. Takes a snap. Hands it off to the inside to Curtis once again. Curtis finds some room to run and able to break free. Gain of roughly 12 there. As Lehigh is now struggling to stop anything. Lafayette just running down the field. Looking to go fast again this time. DeNoble takes a snap. It's a fake handoff, quick pass to the outside, gain of about 5. That's all they've really had to do so far. They've been pretty effective with the runs, which means that it forces Lehigh to respond to them, and they can get those quick passes to the outside as now DeNoble completes his 6th pass in a row in just as many attempts on the game. He's been perfect so far. DeNoble takes the snap. Hand off this time to Curtis. Curtis bounces it to the outside, but there's nothing there. Really well defended by Lehigh. That was Jackson Dowd on the outside. So 3rd and about 6 to go now for the Lafayette Leopards, and this is a really important 3rd down. They are on the very edge of field goal range here, likely, for kicker Jack Simonetta. So this 3rd down now as the crowd gets into it. Dean DeNoble. And there will be a flag thrown for a false start. Lehigh defender saw it right away, started pointing. That was committed by the receiver on the close side is Elijah Stewart. So now this makes this 3rd down even harder for the Leopards as it will be 3rd and 11. Need a big play here, and that probably kicks them roughly out of field goal range. It would be a very long field goal for a college kicker to make. I'm not exactly sure of Jack Simonetta's range. So here we go. DeNoble takes the snap, looking deep this time, and he is sacked. Wrapped up by the Lehigh defense. Makes a huge play here on that 3rd down. Matt Spatney, the Lehigh sack leader, and not just the Lehigh sack leader, the Patriot League sack leader, adds on to his total and brings it up to 11 on the season. What a year by Spatney. So now this will force a punt after that loss. Excellent defensive stand there from Lehigh. Now we got Tresick back to punt. It's a good punt. Is received on the run, though, by Lehigh. Lehigh able to get some space to run, and he is destroyed there. Good return, but even good hit. Even better hit. That was returned by Nick Palladian. So now it will be Lehigh ball with 2 minutes to go here in this 1st quarter after that good defensive stand. I'll be back in a minute when we get the Lehigh offense back on the field. Welcome back here to Goodman Stadium as your Lehigh Mountain Hawks offense takes the field here for the third time following that defensive stand capstoned by the sack by Matt Spatney. Now Lehigh will get the ball here at the 32-yard line after that good return for the Mountain Hawks. The wind still continues to blow here, and it is cold. Hayden Johnson back to take the snap. Takes the snap. Hands it to Yoder in the inside. Finds the gap and some room to run. Yoder found that gap and got wrapped up. Gain of about 17 yards there for Yoder. But he was wrapped up by the safety there for Lafayette as Matt Mahalik now substitutes on for quarterback after that run from Yoder. So now Lehigh has the ball out there. And there's a lot of space to run, and he's still going. Up down to the 30-yard line where he'll finally be wrapped up and brought down. 2 great runs in a row. Matt Mahalik continues to keep this potent offense going. So that will be a Mountain Hawks first down. Now down to the 28-yard line of Lafayette. Having that specialist quarterback in Matt Mahalik is really just such a weapon to be able to use on this Mountain Hawk offense. Because anytime you put him on the field, you know he could pass, he could hand it off, or he could take it himself. And they still have that surefire passer in Johnson, who now takes the snap and hands it off to Yoder. Not a whole lot there this time, but still a gain of about 3 or 4. Wasn't much of a space, so he just had to push through the man, and he was able to create some space there. So now Lehigh will have the ball down to the 24-yard line. Looking to add some points off, but we will reach the end of the first quarter before that. So here at the end of the first quarter, current score is tied 7-7. We will be back in a couple minutes to bring you the second quarter here of the 160th edition of the rivalry. So now we will move into the second quarter here. Mountain Hawks with the football. Now moving right to left. Hayden Johnson on the field here to take the snap. Johnson takes the snap, dropping back, looking deep in the close side. Able to complete the pass to Yoder here from the backfield for a gain of about 10. Looks like it will be a Mountain Hawks first down.
First down, Lehigh.
So now Lehigh has the ball at the Leopards' 15-yard line, knocking on the door of the end zone here. It will be spotted at the 14, actually. So there is room for a first down, but it's going to be tough. More likely to punch it into the end zone at this point. Johnson takes the snap, hands it off to Yoder up the middle. Yoder just runs right through a couple people for a gain of about 8. So now the ball is down to the 7-yard line after that gain of 7. Three receivers on the far side here. Tight end on the close. Yoder to Johnson's left on the close side. Now we're going to heavy set package with 2 tight ends. Johnson takes the snap, hands it off to Yoder, and Yoder is nothing there for him this time. He gets wrapped up right at the line of scrimmage for a gain of nothing, so it will be third down here. 3rd and 3. Sun starts to come out a little bit here to hopefully warm the crowd up, but the wind does not stop blowing. Hayden Johnson in the shotgun. Will be a timeout called first by Lehigh. They didn't like what they saw. So it will be a quick 30-second timeout here. So I will stay on air for a minute. So now there is 13 minutes left in this second quarter, and Lehigh is knocking on the door to the end zone here to score some more points and take the lead here in this rivalry game. The main benefit for this Lehigh offense has been, as it has always been this year, their rushing. They've rushed for 87 yards compared to passing for just 44. Though Johnson hasn't been bad. He's completed 4 of his 6 attempts at a 67% rate. The one problem is he does have that one interception. And now it will be Matt Mahalik on the field instead. Your specialist quarterback. So a little bit of a change-up coming after this timeout. Mahalik with Yoder to his left. Couple receivers on each side. Mahalik will take the snap. Lafayette showing pressure this time. Mahalik takes it himself up the middle. Able to get the first down. Very close to a touchdown, but not able to punch it in. So they're going to give him to the 1-yard line. But it is a first down. So they're able to get it to the 1-yard line. And now they will have 4 attempts to punch this in. And you can tell the Mountain Hawks want it bad. Mahalik remains on the field. Probably just for that more potent body. More of a force to be able to push someone into the end zone here. There's a little bit of confusion on the Leopards defense. Heavy set on the inside. No receivers out there. Mahalik will take it himself up the middle. And he will be in for the Mountain Hawks touchdown. Mahalik's able to muscle his way through the line and add that touchdown for the Lehigh Mountain Hawks. And now your Lehigh Mountain Hawks currently lead 13-7. Following that touchdown from Matt Mahalik. Mahalik has done great thus far. He's had 5 carries for 36 yards. He's been incredibly efficient just by himself. And that doesn't even include the fact that Yoder has had 7 attempts for 38 yards as well, and Jaden Green, in just his 1 attempt, was able to score the first touchdown for the Mountain Hawks. So Nicarito, his kick is up, and it is good. So he tacks on one more. Score is currently 7-14. Your Lehigh Mountain Hawks leading. I'll be back in a couple minutes for this kickoff. Welcome back here to South Bethlehem following that touchdown run by Matt Mahalik. So now Lehigh will be kicking the ball off to Lafayette. Lafayette now moving left to right for the first time into the win. And as people continue to get into the stadium, it's just about full here. There's only a few seats open. As your Lehigh Mountain Hawks now kick it off, up by 7 in this second quarter with 12 minutes to play. Very deep kick this time. It will not be even fielded, so it will be a touchback here for the Leopards. As looks like one of the Lafayette players is down at around midfield. Not exactly sure what happened. There seemed to be some confusion with the referees as well. But nothing was called, so we will move on. Leopards now starting at the 25-yard line. Dean DeNoble back to take the snap. 3 receivers on the close side. As the wind threatens to make me lose my papers. DeNoble takes a snap, fakes past the inside, and throws it on the far side for a quick curl route of gain of about 5 yards to Elijah Stewart. DeNoble continues his just perfect play as DeNoble now is rolling out to the close side, completes another pass. He just cannot make an incompletion at this point. This was a very short gain, however, gain of about 2. That was Caracia for Lafayette. So now this is another 3rd down here for the Leopards. Haven't had a great track record thus far. 3rd and 4. A stop here by the Mountain Hawks would be pivotal with 11 minutes to play in the second quarter, 11 minutes to play in the half, knowing that Lafayette will receive following this half. So getting the ball back and likely scoring would be really fantastic to add on to this Lehigh offense. Is now a handoff to the inside to Curtis. Curtis gets just about to the line, but there is a flag thrown in the backfield. He did not get the first down, but he will be coming back anyway because that was a hold called. Hold called on number 66 for the offense. That's a really, really tough mistake to make. That was Brian Bausia, the left guard. It's not very often you hear linemen's names getting called out in a broadcast like this, and if they do, it's usually not a good thing. So now following that penalty by Bausia, it will be third and about 15. DeNoble in the backfield by himself this time. 4 receivers out wide. Tight end on the close side as well. Quick audible called. Now DeNoble. Some motion on the close side. Takes the snap. Hands it off to Curtis. Curtis finds a little bit of room to run, but not a whole lot there. So now will be 4th down and 9. And Lafayette will be forced to punt. Interesting call on the run play there when DeNoble has just been perfect thus far. 8 for 8. 100% completion for 62 yards. So now it will be 4th down. And Lehigh will be back to receive. It's Nick Pelatekian back to receive for the Mountain Hawks. As here comes the punt. It's a good one. Pelatekian receives on the run again, but he gets drilled. Nowhere to go. That was Jamar Curtis, the running back for the Leopards, with that big hit. Completely drilled Pelatekian as he was trying to make his return, and he got nowhere. So now it will be Mountain Hawk ball when we come back from this short break. Welcome back here to South Bethlehem. Lehigh now has the football with 10 minutes to play in the second quarter, currently up 14-7 against the Lafayette Leopards. But as we learned last year, any lead against the Leopards doesn't mean much. So definitely looking to add more and more onto this lead as Hayden Johnson's in the backfield with Jaden Green to his left. 3 receivers on the far side, still moving right to left in this quarter. The Leopards showing a little bit of pressure. Maybe a potential blitz is now Johnson. Takes the snap. Pressure does come, but Jaden Green able to take the handoff for a gain of about 5 yards. There was a little bit of space there, and he took advantage of it. Now will be 2nd and 5 here for the Mountain Hawks. Hayden Johnson in the backfield as expected. Have yet to see Dante Perry, the graduate student for the Mountain Hawks, this game. So it looks like Hayden Johnson has firmly taken the starting role. Now Johnson rolling to the outside. Now scrambling, able to find some room to run, and he will run for the first down, but he fumbles the ball. Looks like it was recovered by Lehigh. He got the first down, but lost the ball as he was hit going down. But he was saved with the recovery. So now Matt Mahalik will substitute on. Likely Hayden Johnson will receive a word from the head coach here. Mahalik in the backfield. Takes a snap. Handoff this time to Green. Green, not a whole lot there. Gains of about 3 yards before he gets wrapped up and pushed back. So now it will be 2nd down from the 41-yard line. 2nd and 8 here. After the spot. Hayden Johnson back on the field. After receiving a quick lecture about ball security. Johnson takes the snap, dropping back, looking at the close side of the field, just over his head. But there is a flag thrown in the backfield. Looks like it will be roughing a passer call as multiple flags throw. That looks like textbook roughing the passer. Oh yeah. So that will continue this drive for the Mountain Hawks, following that incompletion. And that will be an automatic first down. So now it's Lehigh first down from the Leopards' 26-yard line. Chain gang got to make a quick run down sideline, as they weren't exactly ready for that. Now that the chains are ready, the Mountain Hawks can get started. No one on the far side of the field. 3 receivers on the close side, including the tight end and the running back, Luke Yoder. Handoff will be to Yoder this time. Yoder gains about 3 before he's wrapped up. So it will be 2nd down and 7 here from the 23-yard line. Johnson. Pressure from the far side's showing. He will drop back. Johnson now looking on the close side. He's looking for the end zone this time. Pass is complete for the touchdown. What a catch and what a play by the Mountain Hawks offense. That was Mason Humphrey with a fantastic catch. Jumps right over the defender, elevates and makes the play. And that will be a Mountain Hawks touchdown, extending this lead to 20-7. Excellent catch by Mason Humphrey. An even better throw by Hayden Johnson to put it where only his receiver could catch it. Humphrey elevates and completes the pass for a Mountain Hawk touchdown. Now Nick Garrido will look to add on to make it 21-7. Garrido's kick is up and it is good. So we will move to a quick media timeout following that touchdown, and we will be back in just a couple minutes. to South Bethlehem here in Goodman Stadium with your Lehigh Mountain Hawks currently leading 21-7 over the Lafayette. Now, Lafayette is set to receive this kickoff here as well as the second half kickoff. So they are definitely not by any means out of this game with a whole half left to play. 21-7 lead, not insurmountable whatsoever. The ball fell over on the off the tee, so they're gonna have to respot it. Wind definitely playing a factor for these kickoff specialists. That is Connor Poole here now to kick it off for the Mountain Hawks. Poole's kick is very deep this time. This one will not be returned, and it will not even be in the end zone. So Lafayette will get the ball at the 25-yard line. Mountain Hawks defense looking to get another stop here. But they've been able to do so well the last couple drives. Both teams scored on their first possessions. Lafayette's scoring stopped after that. Lehigh's has continued. They had the one interception, but other than that, it's been a touchdown every single drive. And I don't even know if you can count that interception as a drive since it was just one play. So really, they've scored on all their drives, if you think of it like that. Here's Dean DeNoble in the backfield for the Leopards. DeNoble takes a snap. Hands off this time to Curtis. Curtis finds some room to run, and he takes advantage of it. Gets to, looks like a first down. It's quick gain of 10. Good run by Curtis. As the wind keeps threatening to send all my papers flying. Only 6.5 minutes to play here. Plenty of time for Lafayette to get their drive, but this likely will be the end of, likely will be the last drive as a flag is thrown here for a false start. So Lafayette will get pushed back 5 yards. So now it's 1st and 15 here after the false start. DeNoble in the backfield. Takes the snap. And it will be 2nd and 12 here. DeNoble. Fakes the handoff to Curtis. Another quick pass to the outside. Well defended this time. Gained a couple yards. Elijah Stewart. DeNoble continues to be perfect. 9 for 9 now. Not a single incompletion. 62 yards. Longest was 17. It's been a lot of short passes, though. DeNoble. 3rd down and 7 here. Very big 3rd down. Adding points on this drive is very important for the Leopards if they want to stay in this game, because letting Lehigh extend this lead going into the second half would be devastating. DeNoble completes a quick pass to the inside, very close to a first down. We're going to have to see where they end up putting the mark here. Looks like they will call a first down. The slant to the inside was successful. And they will give them. So now it's 1st and 10 from their own 45-yard line. DeNoble now takes the snap. Fakes the handoff to Curtis. Another quick pass up the inside. And that was complete for another first down. Curtis, he's still perfect. 11 for 11 now. Noble in the backfield to take the snap. First and 10 from the 45-yard line, from the Lehigh 45-yard line this time. DeNoble hands it off to Curtis. There's nothing there. Completely smothered. Gets to this line of scrimmage, but that's all. DeNoble on the second and 10 takes the snap, hands it off, fakes the handoff to Curtis. And now he is scrambling and able to run for a gain of about 6 yards before he slides down at the 39. So now it will be 3rd down and 4, actually 5 here. And yet another important 3rd down to keep this drive alive. Now only 2 minutes and 40 seconds left to play. So they are expiring most of this clock as now the Lehigh fan base is all on their feet, yelling at this defense to get this stop. Audible will be called by Lafayette. DeNoble takes the snap. Fakes the handoff to Curtis. Slant across the inside and it is complete for a gain of about 15 yards. Lehigh has just been completely unable to stop the passing as DeNoble is, I just keep saying this, but he's been perfect. He's 12 for 12. No interceptions, no touchdowns. So now we have a 2-minute warning here. Will be a quick media timeout. When we come back, we'll see if Lafayette will be able to answer going into half. Welcome back here to South Bethlehem after the 2-minute warning. Lafayette Leopards on the field here, looking to answer before halftime. 2 minutes to play here. Dean DeNoble in the backfield for the Leopards. So now DeNoble in the backfield. Motion on the far side. Will be a jet sweep, actually a reverse. A flea flicker now back to DeNoble, and they're throwing it to the far side. There's nothing there. DeNoble is forced to throw it away. Really well defended by Lehigh as DeNoble tries to make a crazy trick play. So Lehigh sidelines looking for an intentional grounding call. It was very close. They determined that there was a receiver in the area, which is interesting, but they made the call anyway, so it's on the field. So now it's 2nd down. Minute and 52 to play. So that trick play will end up resulting in DeNoble's first incompletion. So the one time he has an incompletion is on their weird trickery as they do a double reverse, throw it back to DeNoble, and DeNoble ends up having to throw it away because Lehigh defended it so well. Now here's DeNoble. From the 25-yard line, 2nd and 10. Takes the snap. Hand off to the inside, and there's nothing there. Well defended by Lehigh. That was to Troy Bruce. Loss of 1 on that play. TJ Burke made the defensive play. So now it's 3rd and 11 for Loff from the 27-yard line of Lehigh with 1 minute and 23 seconds to play. Here's DeNoble in the backfield. Motion from far side going to the close side. The ball was in the receiver's hands for Lafayette, but it bounced around, and it will be an interception. And Lehigh will get the ball with 1 minute left to play here at the 25-yard line following that interception in the end zone. What a play by Nick Peletakian. Able to find the ball as it's bouncing around. Just fantastic defense. Receiver almost made the play, but able to hit him as he's catching the ball, and the ball bounces up, and Peletakian grabs it. And that's just being at the right place at the right time. Both defenders made the right play. And now it results in Lehigh ball. Only 1 minute to play here, so it's going to be tough to try to add something on as they start from the 20-yard line after the interception. Hayden Johnson in the backfield. Johnson takes the snap. Handoff this time to Jaden Green. Jaden Green trying to bounce to the outside. He's still going. Able to get the first down. What a run by Green. It looked initially like there was nothing there. But then he was able to bounce it to the outside and make the play. But a flag is now thrown at the conclusion of this play. Well, interesting to see what they call. Because call against the Leopards here could really change this drive. 53 seconds. Really efficient play there. There was a horse collar tackle against Lafayette. So that's adding 15 yards onto that 13-yard run already. So that was a really beneficial play for the Mountain Hawks offense. And that'll advance them all the way to the 47-yard line. Only need about 30 more yards to really make this a possible field goal angle to extend it to a 3-possession game going into half. As Lehigh really has just looked like the better team so far in this game. Granted, that happened last year too, so I don't want to talk about that. Hayden Johnson now completes this pass, quick to the inside, and that slant pass will be a gain of about 20, but there was a flag thrown, so we'll have to wait. This one looks like it will be a hold if I had to guess, but I'm not going to guess. Actually, I just guessed. Whatever. So first down is currently the call on the field. And now here comes the referee. Hands to the face by the defense, so it's actually going to add even more onto the end of that run. So this is completely 2 15-yard penalties and the 20-yard gain off that pass from Johnson. And now Lehigh all of a sudden is at the 21-yard line of Lafayette looking to score with 43 seconds to play. So in just 15 seconds, they got roughly 80 yards down the field. So now Johnson in the backfield. There's Jaden Green to his right. 2 receivers on each side. Johnson takes the snap, fakes the pass, and he will almost be sacked, and he's able to scramble around, looking downfield for an open man, and he dives forward for a gain of about 2. Really good job by Johnson there to make something out of what really seemed to be nothing as he was almost sacked initially. But so now there will be a timeout called really quickly here by Lehigh with only 22 seconds remaining in this half. So we'll be back in a minute following this media timeout. So now Johnson's in the backfield here. Jaden Green to his left. So there's 3 receivers on the far side, 1 on the close. Hayden Johnson now looking back, looking at the end zone, finds some room to run. Running on the close side, will get a first down there, get down to the 10-yard line, and get out of bounds. And now there are 15 seconds left to play in this half. After Hayden Johnson scrambles for a gain of about 12. So it will be 1st and goal here for the Mountain Hawks. Hayden Johnson in the backfield with Jaden Green to his right. Some motion on the far side. Now Hayden Johnson rolling to his right, looking downfield. There's not a whole lot there, and he will get a pass off, and it was caught. Not sure if he was in bounds. The refs are discussing. They are saying it's caught. So it will be a gain of 7 yards down to the 3-yard line. They're spotted at the 5. So now 9 seconds to play. 5 yards to go. So they are going to review the call on the field with only 9 seconds to play in this half. So we will be back in a couple minutes following this review, and we'll let you know the result. So the call will stand. And the game clock is set to 10 seconds instead of 9 seconds. So Lehigh will get another second to work with out of it on this second and goal position. So now Hayden Johnson with Yoder to his left, 2 receivers on each side. As Johnson will now look to extend this lead. You definitely want a quick play here. Don't want to run out of time because you need the time to kick that field goal regardless. So 10 seconds left to play. Hayden Johnson in the backfield now, motion to the across this field. Johnson's looking at the end zone. Not a whole lot there. Doesn't see anything. Now he's looking to run, and he will run and dive forward, and it will be a touchdown. Johnson's able to scramble for the touchdown here for Lehigh to extend the lead now 28-7. Well, 27-7 for now, pending this extra point from Nick Gurley. As Hayden Johnson really able to make a lot of that drive with his feet. Not something you really expect to see out of Johnson, but he's done a great job with it so far today. And now he will add on this touchdown in this first half as Lehigh really extends their lead now to 3 whole touchdowns. With 1 second left to play, Garrido's kick is up, and it is good. So Lehigh will add on going into halftime here, following that interception. So the current score now sits 28-7. Your Lehigh Mountain Hawks are leading. With only 1 second to play, we will be forced to do this kickoff, but you have to imagine it's just going to end up going into the locker room for this halftime as what really was a dominant half from Lehigh. Each quarterback threw an interception, but other than that, Lehigh's defense seemed dominant. Every single drive Lehigh has had was either the 1-play interception or it was a touchdown. 4 touchdowns out of 5 drives for the Lehigh Mountain Hawks compared to Lafayette. In their 4 drives, they've only had 1 touchdown, 1 score. So Lafayette will get the ball back with 1 second to play. You can imagine they're going to go for a Hail Mary quick, hopefully try to find a good return here because the time will expire as soon as they field the ball. here to South Bethlehem for the 160th edition of the rivalry. Your Lehigh Mountain Hawks currently lead the Lafayette Leopards 28-7 here at halftime, and Lafayette will be receiving the second half kickoff. So Lafayette definitely still has some chances here to come back into this game. So you can't get complacent if you're Lehigh. Something that needs to be mentioned is Lehigh is seeking their Patriot League title here today. It would be the first one since 2017. And if Lehigh wins, they get an automatic bid to the FCS playoffs. Even though them and Holy Cross would have the same record, they would technically be split Patriot League champions. But Lehigh has tiebreakers over Holy Cross, so they would get the automatic bid. And with how poor the Patriot League is, no other team will be getting an at-large bid. So this will be the only team making the playoffs. So Lehigh can also clinch the Patriot League with a loss if Holy Cross loses today. So let's check up on the score of the Holy Cross game right now, and let's figure out what Lehigh needs for that. So that's not going well. There's 9 minutes left in the second quarter, and Holy Cross is currently leading Georgetown 20-0. So that's not going to be a scenario that's helpful. So basically, it's just winning in for Lehigh, and they're doing a pretty good job at that right now. Currently, Hayden Johnson has been pretty good today. His QB rating's astounding 175. He's attempted 9 passes, completed 7 of them. He has the 1 interception, but he also has the 1 touchdown, and he has a total of 89 yards right now. Receiving has been pretty split so far for the Mountain Hawks. Mason Humphrey leads with 23 yards in his 1 touchdown reception. Jeffrey Jamiel leads in receptions with 2, totaling 20 yards. And rushing for the Mountain Hawks is where they've really gained most of their yards. Luke Yoder has had 8 attempts for 41 yards. Jaden Green touchdown. And then Mahalik and Johnson have each had a few themselves. And they've punched with 5 tackles total. 2 tackles for loss. 1 was by Burke. The other was by Spatney. Spatney and Burke, those are the 2 sacks as well. The Mountain Hawks have this. And they also have the interception from Pelatekian. That's really helping their defensive prowess in this game. Now, with 30 seconds to the kickoff, I'll go quickly through the Lafayette offensive numbers. DeNoble has attempted 14 passes, completed 12 of them. He has the 1 interception. Stewart's leading their receiving with 5 receptions for 39 yards. Caracia has completed 3 passes for 12 yards. Holmes and Persing each have 28 and 21 yards respectively. Curtis has taken up the bulk of the rushing for the Leopards today. He has had 11 attempts for 64 yards, and he has their lone touchdown on the day. So now the second half kickoff is coming. And Lafayette is set back to receive. On this cold Saturday afternoon. 1:41 local time. Here for this packed Goodman Stadium crowd. Lehigh campus has been buzzing about this. Not very often you get to see a 7-3 Lehigh Mountain Hawk team, especially one looking for a Patriot League title. Now here's the kickoff from Garrido. It's a spinner. It is being returned. Not the best return, but he gets it out to the 25-yard line, which is all you got to do. Anything after that's just a bonus. So now, Lafayette has the ball, looking to start to claw their way back into this game with their leopard claws. Starting from the 24-yard line this time. Dean DeNoble back to take the snap for the Leopards. DeNoble now. High snap, still took it well. And the handoff to the inside to Curtis had a lot of room to run. Able to break free into the backfield. Jamal Curtis with a gain of about 20 yards there. Plenty of space to run. So now Lafayette has the ball at their own 41-yard line after the big gain from Curtis. DeNoble fakes it to Curtis this time. Now looking downfield. He will have to check it down to Curtis, who gains a few yards because there was nothing downfield.
Curtis on the reception.
Curtis will haul it in for a gain of about 5. So DeNoble takes the snap, fakes it again to Curtis. Now completed on the outside with a lot of room to run. And he will get about a gain of about 17 yards, it looks like. That was Caricia again. So that will be another Lafayette first down as they're moving down the field pretty quickly this time following halftime. Looks like they're passes it off this time. That was to Troy Bruce. Bruce carried it up the middle for a gain of about 5 yards. The Lehigh defense just looks a little complacent out there. They're not playing with as much intensity as they were at the beginning of this game in the first half. DeNoble takes the snap, hands it off again to Bruce. Bruce up the middle, less this time, but still a gain of a couple yards. So now it will be 3rd and 3 from the 32-yard line of Lehigh, with 12.5 minutes to play in this third quarter. Is starting to blow even harder. DeNoble doesn't like what he sees, takes a second. Now he takes a snap, hands it off to Curtis. Curtis has some room to run up the middle, and he will get the first down. The line was able to create a big enough gap for him. So now he'll pick up the first down to the 26-yard line. The 26-yard line. As Lafayette's moving down the field very efficiently here. Another handoff this time to Curtis. Curtis had some room to run again, and he got a gain of about 10 there up the middle. Plenty of space to run. They won't give him a first down, though. They'll say it's 2nd and 1. Give it to Curtis once again. Not a whole lot there this time, but we'll get the first down. Didn't need much to do. So now it will be first down for the Leopards at the Lehigh 15-yard line. DeNoble. Receives the snap. Give it to Curtis once again up the middle, and Curtis has a room to run, and he's reaching for the end zone, but he does not get there. He's a couple yards short. And there's just constant gaps up the middle. Lehigh's not able to hold their run defensive lanes, and there's constantly room for Curtis to run. So I have to imagine on this first down here, first on the 3-yard line, 1st and goal, they'll give it to Curtis again, and there's room up the middle, and that will be a touchdown for the Leopards. As DeNoble is getting pumped up now. What a great drive from the Leopards. Really efficient. Lehigh wasn't really able to do anything to stop them there. And they moved down the field relatively quickly to add on to their score. Able to quickly answer following the disastrous end to the second half. So now it will be 13-28. Pending this extra point. The kick is up. And it is good, so they will add one more point on. So it is 14-28 here with 10 minutes to play in this third quarter. We'll be back in a minute following this media timeout. Welcome back to Goodman Stadium here in South Bethlehem with Lehigh set to receive this kickoff. Current score is your Lehigh Mountain Hawks leading the Lafayette Leopards 28-14 here in the rivalry. In a game that, with a lot on the line, the Mountain Hawks look to take their first Patriot League title since 2017. The 7-3 Lehigh Mountain Hawks. As the wind keeps blowing everything around. Jaden Green back to receive the kickoff once again, as he has been. Simon Etta to kick it off. Just over 10 minutes to play here in the third quarter. And here comes the kickoff. Very high and short this time. Received at the 25. Some room to run as well. Able to get it down to about the 35, a little bit short. That was Nick Pavetta. So now it will be Lehigh Mountain Hawk ball. They'll be starting from the 32-yard lines where they mark it. Hayden Johnson on the field, first-year quarterback for the Mountain Hawks. So this is a Lehigh Mountain Hawk team that has a hell of a lot of promise for the future as well, with their first-year quarterback, first-year running back, as well as multiple other first years and sophomores on this team. Jaden Green this time gets a handoff and is dancing around in the backfield, gets hit a couple times. Almost a loss, but is able to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage, and it will be second down. Gain of nothing there. Weird part about the wind today is it doesn't seem to want to stay in the same direction. If I look at the right side of the field, the flags are blowing away from the field, and if I look at the left side of the field, the flags are also blowing away from the field. So it looks like we got like a little swirl going on in here, where the flags don't really know what they want to do. So here we go. Matt Mahalik in the game this time. Mahalik will take it himself up the middle. Takes a couple hits, only gains about 2 yards. This Lafayette team just looks revitalized coming out of halftime. Got a little bit of extra motivation here, as the fans seem to be getting behind him as well. So now it is a big third down here from Mountain Hawks at the start of this drive. 3rd and 7. Johnson back in the game. Now he'll take the snap. Dropping back, looking downfield to his right. Throws a deep pass to the left. Looks like it will be a pass interference call. The receiver was pulled backwards as he was running forward. Without a doubt, PI right there. I think everyone saw that. There's a flag in the backfield as well. So we'll see if we get some offsetting penalties here. Not really sure. The refs are going to come back and discuss. It'd be a little disappointing to see offsetting penalties if it's like a hold and a 40-yard PI, but a very deep pass attempt by Johnson. Both penalties were actually against the defense, I think. Here's the call from the ref. It was a roughing the passer call. So roughing the passer and pass interference were both called on the defense. So I guess they were just discussing which one gets implemented. Much the dismay of the Lafayette fans. But now it will be a first down for the Mountain Hawks. They'll be starting on the 50-yard line here, following those penalties. Johnson in the backfield with 3 receivers on the far side. He's got Yoder to his right. It gives it to Yoder this time. Was nothing up the middle. Looks like a loss of about a yard there too. So there's 8.5 minutes left to play here in this quarter. Johnson in the backfield with Green to his right, 2 receivers on each side. Lafayette showing his own. A little bit of pressure as well from the linebackers. They will drop back and now hit Johnson. Completes a quick pass to the outside. Not able to gain a whole lot there. So it will be a gain of about 6 yards. That was Jeffrey Jamil. So now it will be 3rd down and 4 for the Mountain Hawks. As the wind blows. Yeah, another pivotal 3rd down here on this drive, which has been very chaotic. Here we go. Johnson with 3 receivers on the far side, 1 on the close. Takes the snap looking from the close side and able to complete the pass. A quick slant to the inside. And that was completed to Jamil once again. And that will be a Mountain Hawk first down. So advance further into Leopard territory. Looks like Matt Mahalik is in the game now. Specialist quarterback for the Mountain Hawks. So will keep it himself up the middle. Found some room to run, found a little bit of a gap, and gains about 5 yards by pushing through some people. When you see Mahalik in the game, you know he's probably going to end up taking it himself. And now Johnson will substitute back on. Having a player like Mahalik is just so beneficial to this Lehigh offense. He's able to give Johnson that quick rest that he needs. So Mahalik can fly forward and hit whatever gap he needs to hit for the gain of 5 yards like he just did. So now it will be 2nd and 5 here. Johnson makes some adjustments at the line. Pressure showing again from the Leopards. It will come this time. Handoff to Yoder. Yoder bounces it to the right. Gains of about 3 yards before he's brought down. So now it will be 3rd down once again. In a drive that seems to be filled with them. At the 26-yard line, you have to imagine they're getting close to field goal range at this point with a 2-touchdown lead. Anytime you make it a 3-possession lead, especially with only 5 minutes to play in this third quarter, would make comebacks more difficult. Mahalik in the game on this third down. Mahalik takes the snap, fakes it to Yoder, and takes it up the middle himself, able to just fight through people and get that first down. He saw the gap and he hit it. And now it will be a Mountain Hawks first down. Get the ball down to the 21-yard line. Matt Mahalik is almost more physical than both of our running backs. So you put Mahalik in when you just want to punch it up the gut, try to get a couple yards, and he seems to always be able to do that. Now here's Johnson in the backfield. Fakes it to Green. Now rolling to the outside. He sees some room in the end zone, and it will be caught for a touchdown. But there is a flag in the backfield, so I have to imagine it's coming back. We'll have to see what the call ends up being. It is coming back. Lehigh crowd doesn't like it, but it definitely was a hold. I think everybody saw it in that backfield. It was a nice play made by Johnson to find the open receiver in the end zone. But sadly, it will be brought back. So now we have a 1st and 20 for the Mountain Hawks. Back at the 31-yard line. So now Mahalik in the game. Fakes a jet sweep to Jamie, but Mahalik has some room to run this time. Gain of about 12 or 13 yards as Mahalik is able to just keep running through people. Mahalik's such a physical runner. One of the Lehigh receivers, Mason Humphrey, who caught the touchdown earlier in the game. He looks to be a little bit hurt, but he's able to run off the field himself. That's good. A little bit of a limp, so we'll see how he ends up if he's able to return into this game. Hayden Johnson back on the field after the gain from Mahalik. So now it's 2nd and 7 following that big first down run. Hands it off to Green this time. Green to the right side is able to find some gaps in the middle. Gain of about 3 or 4 yards. Third and 3 here now for the Mountain Hawks after the carry from Green. Mahalik is currently the leading rusher for the Mountain Hawks on 8 attempts. When rushes are being split between Yoder, Green, and Mahalik pretty evenly, the three of them combined have 140 yards. You add on Johnson's 25, and it's 169. Johnson now dropping back, looking at the end zone, rolling outside, makes a spin, and he will go down. So that's a big third down stop there for the Leopards. And now the field goal unit will come on for the Mountain Hawks as Nick Garrido looks to add 3 more points onto the score. Mountain Hawks doing their classic little trickery, but we all know they're just going to kick it. So it will be a 31-yard kick here for Garrido. Garrido's kick is up, and it is good. Right down the middle. So Garrido will tack on 3. So the current score is now 31-14. Your Lehigh Mountain Hawks leading. We will be back after this media timeout. Welcome back to Goodman Stadium with the Leopards here set to receive the kickoff with 2 minutes and 3 seconds to play in this third quarter. Currently at 31-14, your Lehigh Mountain Hawks. Following the drive that was pretty chaotic with a lot of penalties that making big decisions on those drives. Almost resulted in a touchdown